And this is how easy it is to make eggs healthy. First, you're going to put your onions, and this is cut up turkey, into a pan. And we're just cooking this. All right, and then I've also got some spinach here on a plate ready to go in there. And then I have 2 eggs. 2 eggs seasoned how you want them, whether that be salt, pepper, that's what I have. Whatever you want to put in there, you put it in there. You can also throw some garlic in here if you want it to, but whoop. All right, so we're gonna cook this up. All right, and then we'll mix up the eggs, because technically you want your eggs to be pretty mixed up, so you just cook more fluffy when you whisk them up a little bit. So all right, and these are starting to cook up. What you want them to get is just where you can see a little bit of brown on the onions, and that's really what you're looking for. And this should take about 5 minutes. I have it on the medium, so about 5 minutes maybe. Now, it's up to you if you want to add cheese to it. I think it makes it taste terrible if I add cheese, so I'm not doing that. But it's totally up to you. It definitely doesn't hurt to add it in. But with this, you get your protein, you get your iron. You actually get a double dose of protein, and then you get your iron as well. And then obviously if you added cheese, then you would be getting your dairy. So very simple breakfast to make. Super easy. This one's really easy. All right. Cut up some onions, cut you up some turkey, throw it in a fry pan. It's not that hard. All right. And it's really starting to cook now, but I would like to have it have that little bit of like a, I don't know, like maybe a caramelization a little bit. So I'll show you once I've got it to the point. And really, I just go ahead and shake it all around. Like while it's cooking, just so no pieces get kind of funky burned and then some aren't cooked. So this is just helping to spin it around a little bit. It may not make a difference, but to me it makes me feel like I'm actually cooking. So alright. They're still really, really white, as you can see. So we want them to get a little bit more colored in there. So ooh, it smells so good though. And like I say, you could put some garlic in here if you wanted to. You don't have to, because you're going to have so much flavor that you really don't even need really to flavor your eggs that much. Because these onions and this turkey is really going to flavor up your eggs really nice. And once you make this egg mixture, you're welcome to have like, I don't know, like a piece of toast or something with it, or English muffin if you really want that. You could also make some turkey sausage or some sausage with it. I just forgot to take my sausage out of the freezer, so that's the only reason why I don't have a little bit of some turkey sausage going right now as well. And this will give you so much freaking energy throughout your day just by having this a little bit in there. All right. Now I use the either the white onions or the yellow onions. So if you use another onion, it's still going to do the same thing. Just may look a tad bit different. Alright, so we still have some pieces that are still cooking in here. So oh, and you could also make some of those home fries, or not home fries, the breakfast potatoes, like from Ore-Ida. They have a really good one with potatoes O'Brien, which would really go well with this because it has onions and peppers in it. But you could just get the plain ones, or you could get the hash browns out of the freezer section. Whatever you want to do if you need extra on this. Now I have 2 eggs in here. You could do 3 or 4 eggs, just to make sure that you have enough meat and mixture for it. And this is what I have for 2 eggs. So double this. Maybe you would fill the whole bottom of the pan up. All right, so now it's starting to sound like it's not, you know, when you put something in a fry pan, you can hear it frying. Once you start hearing it not frying anymore, now you're getting to the point where it's not making that sizzle sound constantly. Now you're getting to the point where that food is actually being cooked. And so you're almost here at this point to where you're going to go ahead and toss your spinach in first. But spinach cooks super quick and it'll get kind of gooey, so you have to move pretty quickly. And I'll show you once we do that. All right. I'm going to spread it out a little bit so that it'll cook up all those extra pieces, and then you can really smell the onions, but you may not be able to see that the color is changing via this video. So the color is changing to where the onions go from this really bright white to more of like a grayish, yellowish base. I don't even know how to explain it, but it kind of changes color. So, all right, so we have that done. We're going to slide all that to the side. I'm going to let it keep cooking. And then what you're going to do is take your spinach, which I already cut this up into a couple pieces and took the stems off. You don't have to, but I don't like the stems in it. So then you just drop it in your pan, okay, and mix it up. And you're going to see that the spinach is going to start getting super green and super like wilty looking. Once it gets to a point where it starts looking like it's not a leaf anymore. Hold on, we'll see. I'll show you. All right, and you can see that it's starting to get darker in color, and it's starting to get smaller in size, right? And so see that really deep green now that it's showing? Hopefully you can see that in this camera. And this is that deep green. When it gets to this point, you're ready. Now you just drop your eggs in there. All right, and go ahead and slosh that around. Oh, this is hard with one hand. All right, we're gonna get it all mixed up into there. Like I said, if you want to put your cheese on, you would do that now. All right, and then we just slosh it around a little bit. It's gonna look crazy, but I promise you, it tastes good, and it's gonna give you so much energy in your day. All right, and really you're just cooking it to your consistency, whatever you like. I personally don't like runny eggs, so I'm going to cook it quite a long time, but you don't necessarily have to. So I'm just going to let it cook in there. It kind of looks gross on this camera, to be honest with you, but that's okay. It's healthy. Not everything has to look good for it to taste good. All right. Now, as far as for me knowing when my eggs are done is you can kind of look at them. God, I don't think you can see it in the camera, but you can kind of look at them. I don't like them to be like wet, I guess. Or you could just cook it until it gets a little bit of a browning on it where you kind of fry them, but I'm not trying to do that. So these are pretty done. You'll also know because they'll start to break up. Like the eggs break up really easily, and that's when you know that your eggs are done. All right. Okay. So this are your power eggs. So hopefully that helped at least me sharing how easy it is for me to make those eggs.